It's DCW on the track, ho.
I am an entity from another realm. I am not the average human being. My goal is always to develop my creativity within myself through the form of music. My name is Dayshawn Charles Williams, also known as DCW. I'm a music producer, songwriter, musician, guitarist. I have many names and labels, but you could call me whoever you want. My purpose is to develop people's creativity through the medium of music. That's what DCW music stands for. D, developing, C, creativity, W within music. And that's what I'm really all about. You understand? No, I've always been alienated from the normal world. I grew up in Santa Flora, deep south in Trinidad. I grew up different from the average kid because when everybody home watching TV, there are basic necessities like water, electricity, Wi-Fi. I grew up without them things, so not saying that I feeling less than, but the way I grew up developed me into the person that I am today, and I'm very grateful for that. Instead of watching TV and doing other leisure things, I had to pass time with writing songs, playing my guitar. Since from the age of 5, I started off singing in church and I wanted to become an artist until I realized how difficult it is to get a musical composition done. So I decided to move into music production.
DCW music.
I personally wouldn't be here without God. And most importantly, my mom and some of the good people He has placed in my life to help me grow into the position that I am today. It all wasn't a coincidence. My driving force and inspiration is my mother. When nobody else believed in me, my mother was there for me every step of the way. Actually, she was my manager when I started singing at the age of 12. She sent me to music school to further my craft and educate me to develop my gift of music within myself. She sent me to NESC to study music production and at UTT in Port of Spain in Napa, where my eyes was open to the world and industry of music. Since I was not the average kid, I can't live in an average world. When I first got accepted into UTT, my mom got fired from her job and couldn't afford to send me to school. And my mom and I used to bake pastries and sell on weekends just to make an income to send me to university. And even recently when she gave me my head start to live in my own apartment and got a job at a song company. So I moved to the east side of Trinidad where I could further myself in music. The sacrifices my mom made to see me prosper is priceless. And my goal is just to return the favor by utilizing the gift that God gave me to help the people and to give back to people who helped build me into the person that I am today. And that is the most I could do. Now, I'm a person, I don't like to talk about what I've done in my short time span in my life because a lot of people think I just be boasting. But I'm thankful for every opportunity I've acquired that helped me build experience at a very young age. I've started working with Gideon Kwashi, GQ, at the age of 16. That is the first studio I started working in as an intern before I fully invested myself professionally. I have to give gratitude and pay homage to where it all started. Through that studio, I've done work for Impulse and a few projects since I was new with little experience. After completing my course in NESC and then onto UTT, I met Kyle Phillips and Mr. Kenny Phillips, where I become an intern at Precision Productions. And through that studio, I've done work for Iowa George, Marge Blackman, and other upcoming soca and reggae artists as I'm building myself as a music producer. Now, after I finished my course in UTT and I got my first job as an audiovisual technician on the east side of Trinidad, I met up with Chromatics and I became a producer at his recording studio. And I started building connections on the East-West corridor, like other names like DJ Pun, KG, EM Studios, and many more as I come to network and build as I grow every day. Now, the biggest project I've worked on is dancehall music with Toppy Boss and a couple other names. For I've always done work for people and I never take the time to build myself as a standalone entity. And that's my current goal right now. I've always been overlooked by people because I'm inexperienced. Yeah. a lot of other artists would want to work with the bigger names. And I was having a conversation with a colleague of mine, and he said, well, I need to build a catalog of work. So I tell him, how you expect me to build a catalog of work if I don't get music and opportunity to work with mainstream artists? And from there, I made that my short-term goal. Just for the love of music. Money, fame, and all them things are really important to me, because I don't know them things will come along the way by building relationships with other creators like myself. But assisting in any way I can, that is more important. It's the simple things that matters. And I really thank God, and I give God all the gratitude for everything that I've done so far in my life. But I don't know that this is just only the beginning.
DCW Music. Wagwan. 49 Maniacs. Leo, King. Greta.
DCW on the track, hope.
Aim the cannon, Lego rocket from it like you never hear Titanic when the key vomit. Body 9, she a bubble pon it, suck it and talk pon it, spit pon it, fully Gaza.